Hey guys, I am Stephanie Oliveira, and I just wanted to share with you my experience from Rise Up. So, about 6 months ago, I was at a point in my life where I was about 18 months postpartum, and I was experiencing just a lot of stress, anxiety, feeling of overwhelm, irritability, disconnect from my loved ones, and I just knew I needed to make a change. And I didn't know what was normal feelings, what was hormones, what was postpartum, all of that stuff. But I just knew that something had to change. And I had a talk with my husband, and we were driving home one day, and I said, I feel like I need to go on medication because I don't know what else to do. I feel like every time I try to be better and I try to be less stressed or try not to be overwhelmed about something, within a day or so, I'm back to feeling the way I am. And so I had come across Elevate the Globe on my Instagram randomly, which I believe everything happens for a reason. And I was just so drawn to these two girls that were really high vibe, loving life, and I was just learning about more of what they were doing with Kundalini meditation and yoga. And I was starting to get into it a little, and that's when they talked about launching Rise Up. And so I heard some of the testimonials of how women had felt before and after in their transformations, and I said, this could be my way of feeling better. And I just said, I'm gonna try this for 8 weeks and see how it goes. If it doesn't work or I don't feel any better, then I can still go the route that I was planning with medical help, but I wanted to at least try something that I could do naturally. And so, of course, it was, I knew that there was an investment and I had to pay the money, and I went back and forth. Do I want to do this? Do I not? But I knew that I had to do it for my own mental health. I'm someone that is very into health and fitness, and I exercise every day and I eat healthy, but I really had to focus on my mental well-being and not just my physical. And so I said, I'm just going to try this. I'm so unfamiliar, kind of uncomfortable with that type of yoga. It's always intimidated me. And I said, but I knew that to see and feel changes in my life I wanted to feel, I would have to try new things. And so I said, I'm just going to go all in. I'm going to do this for the 8 weeks and really just try to do as much as I can. I knew that the more I put into it, the more I would get out of it. So every single day, pretty much no matter what, I got in the magic morning routine, and it really didn't take up much time. It's literally as soon as you wake up, I would just get it done. Honestly, before I would be scrolling on Instagram or Facebook and just wasting that time. So now I was doing something to better myself. I was doing the 1 hour yoga practice at least once a week, and that was really the minimum. It was like, just do this at least once a week. If you can do it more, great. But if there was a lot going on and I didn't, I at least got that 1 hour in for the week, and I felt like overall that wasn't that much from out of my everyday life. 15 minutes in the morning and 1 hour once a week. So if there was a day that I didn't get in my workout, I was doing my yoga practice instead. I loved learning about manifesting. I loved learning about how to heighten our intuition. Mike's mom passed away about 2 years ago, actually 2 years exactly tomorrow. And I was able to really start connecting with her over the 8 weeks. Every day after my meditation, I chat with her, and I always ask her for guidance. I ask for signs to make sure I'm going on the right path. And every single day I get signs from her. And I truly feel like this has heightened that intuition for me to be able to connect with her. And it's something I'm so excited to dive deeper into. Manifesting, I love to learn about. And I told Britt and Tara at the beginning of this Rise Up that I wanted to own a Jeep Wrangler. And from what I learned from manifesting, I was putting those actions into practice, or taking that and putting it into action and doing all the things that I should do to start manifesting a Jeep. And about a month after Rise Up ended, my husband and I were at the Jeep dealership, and I always went to this one Jeep that I really wanted, but it was out of our price range by quite a bit. But I loved it. It was so beautiful, and I was like, oh my gosh, I would love this one. But when we got to the dealership, I said, well, I love this one, but it's out of our price range, so kind of talk to me about the other options. And he was like, actually, this one we're doing a really big deal on, and it was like thousands of dollars cheaper. And it just so happened that it worked out that one financially was working for us. And I walked away with this Jeep that I literally have been looking at for like a year. So that was just something that really cool that came out of it. I felt like just putting all those things into practice is something that just came to fruition. And having to do, when it comes to like my stress and anxiety and the way I was feeling and why I started this, when I was doing it, when I was doing the mantras and doing the meditation, I never knew if it was working. I was doing what they told me to do, but I could tell that I was starting to feel different. I was feeling less stressed, I was feeling less anxiety, and I knew that when a situation came to me where the flood of emotions might come in, I knew what to do to lessen that. And I knew what to do that if I was in a place of low vibes, what to do to get out of it. Whether it was, okay, I need to go and be by myself for an hour, or I need to go and just do meditation for 15 minutes, or maybe I need to go for a ride in my Jeep with the top down and tunes cranking and get into a high vibe. So I've learned to take the tools into making my life better. And my husband noticed a difference, and that was just really nice to hear it from someone else, that it wasn't just me thinking, oh, I feel better, but someone else seeing it from the outside, which was really awesome too. So yes, like this is an investment, but it's an investment in your health. And I guarantee you that no matter what, you're going to be a better version of yourself when you're done. The support's amazing, the community's amazing, and Britt and Tara are these two light beings that I feel like just could light up the world. And they're so personable. When you email them or message them on Instagram, like they get back to you, and that's what I love about them. They're so personable, and they actually care about your well-being. They want you to be a better version of you. So the content that is in Rise Up, there's a ton of it. Sometimes it's like, whoa, this is like a lot of information. But that's why it's so great that because you get lifetime access, you can take what you learned from the first time you do it and use that to have even better round two. So I now know how to be more organized. Now I know how to take the tools that I learned and I can make it, even dive into it deeper for this next round in October. So absolutely, it was an amazing investment. I wish that I had paid for the more expensive one, because having that time with Britt and Tara, I feel like is just, you can't put a price on that. So I know that it can be like, do I pay the money? Is this worth it? But just if your gut is telling you to try this, that's your intuition telling you that you need this. So I would absolutely recommend this to anyone, and I think that it can help you in all aspects of your life. And I can't wait to do the next round with you guys in October. Thanks so much.